At one point during seminary, I had to travel back out to the Diocese of Olympia, Washington, which was my sending diocese. I think it was for diocesan convention and a meeting with the bishop's office, but I don't remember for sure. What I do remember is that my flight from Nashville to Seattle just happened to have a brief layover in Minneapolis, which is home, and that it was just long enough for me to meet my newborn nephew, Leo. My dad had brought my sister and baby Leo to the airport and told me where, just outside of security, we could meet. It was a small security checkpoint that was quiet and removed from the chaos of the airport. I'm not convinced that the checkpoint wasn't like the room of requirement at Hogwarts, appearing when it was needed just for the purpose that we needed it. Because I can't say I recall exactly where it was, nor have I seen that spot since. I ran from my flight so I would have as much time as possible to meet tiny little Leo. I hugged my sister and she put this little bundle into my arms. It was love at first sight. The Advent word for today is exult. Exult. It's a verb, and it means to be extremely joyful. Now, that's not to be confused with exalt, which means to raise in rank, honor, or power, to elevate, to praise, or to extol. So back to exult with a U. I like the description of exult that says it is to feel so much joy that you can't keep it inside, or to overflow with joy. Exalt is not a word that we hear or read very often outside of Scripture. 52 times in the Revised Standard Version, but only one of them is in the New Testament. And some hymnody, including the Christmas carol, O Come, All Ye Faithful. When I think of moments that could be described with the word exalt or exultant, meeting Leito is the first one that comes to mind. Holding the tiny, squashy, pointy-headed infant brought so much joy. I held him until the last moment, and I think I might have actually floated to Seattle because I don't recall the scramble that I'm sure I made to get to my gate on time. All things considered, I shouldn't have had the opportunity to meet Leo for another 6 weeks or so when I would go home for Christmas. But I did, and the pure emotion and connection that I felt in those precious minutes overflowed out of me, and at the same time will never leave me. So I guess that's why exalt is on this Advent word list. We are waiting for the moment, the presence of a new infant who will bring that purity and connection to all of us for all time. A few years later, Anna and Leo visited me in Maine. And when we went to the beach, I snapped this picture. The image, to me, captures the essence of exaltation. What has or could make you feel like this? When have you seen this kind of exaltation in the eyes, face, or actions of someone else? Advent. Wait and prepare for exaltation, also known as overflowing joy.